The racing world witnessed a significant moment recently as Brian Deegan, the legendary Freestyle Motocross champion, spoke candidly about his daughter Hailie's dramatic career shift from NASCAR to open-wheel racing. His comments revealed the complex emotions of a father watching his daughter embark on a challenging new path, one that represents a complete departure from the NASCAR environment where she previously competed. Brian Deegan told this to the Fox broadcast team during Hailie's Indy NXT debut at St. Petersburg. "It's exciting, for her to take on a new challenge. I know it's a steep learning curve for her, but I am excited. As a parent, you like to see that, and nervous, right? It's still our daughter going very fast in, those are very small race cars, so it's nerve-wracking, but it's cool to see a new sport like this for her."
It's exciting, it's for her to take on a new challenge. I know it's a steep learning curve for her, but I'm excited. As a parent, you like to see that, and nervous, right? It's still our daughter going very fast in a very small race car, so it's nerve-wracking, but it's cool to see a new sport like this for her.
The racing community has been buzzing about this dramatic career pivot. Hailie Deegan, once considered a promising NASCAR prospect with a massive social media following, has completely shifted gears. After departing NASCAR's Xfinity series midway through the 2024 season, she has now ventured into the technically demanding world of open-wheel racing, a transition that few drivers attempt. Hailie Deegan built her early reputation in dirt track and stock car racing. She made history in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West by becoming the first woman to win 2 races in the series in 2018 and 2019. This success created substantial expectations as she moved up the NASCAR ladder. By 2024, Deegan had secured a coveted spot in NASCAR's Xfinity Series with AM Racing, backed by Ford Performance. The partnership seemed promising on paper, but the reality proved disappointing. In 17 races, Deegan failed to break into the top 10, with her best finish being 12th place. The partnership dissolved before the season's completion, leaving her career at a critical juncture. What happened behind the scenes paints a more complicated picture than mere performance issues. Reports indicated internal tensions within the team and fundamental disagreements about performance direction. By summer 2024, the situation had deteriorated beyond repair. Once separated from AM Racing, Deegan faced a harsh reality about NASCAR's upper echelons. Without substantial sponsor backing, securing another competitive Xfinity ride proved impossible. This financial barrier ultimately pushed her toward an unexpected career change. While discussing her departure from NASCAR, Deegan dropped what many consider a bombshell assessment of NASCAR's economic realities. She said, "Not many opportunities come unless you got deep pockets." Look, sir, this 4-word indictment, deep pockets, as a prerequisite, highlighted a fundamental challenge in modern motorsports. Despite her name recognition and demonstrated talent in lower series, Deegan found herself unable to secure competitive equipment without multi-million-dollar backing. Her NASCAR statistics tell a sobering story. In 3 full seasons in the Truck Series, she achieved just 5 top 10 finishes in 69 races. Upon moving to the Xfinity Series, results failed to improve significantly. The financial realities of top-level NASCAR competition had effectively stalled a once promising career. This economic barrier ultimately pushed Deegan toward a radical solution, abandoning stock car racing entirely and pivoting to open-wheel competition. By mid-2024, she made a decision that shocked many motorsports observers, signing with HMD Motorsports for the 2025 Indy NXT season. The transition to open-wheel racing presented formidable challenges. Remarkably, Deegan had never even attended an IndyCar race before mid-2024. To prepare, she participated in several Formula Regional Americas Championship races toward the end of 2024, gaining crucial seat time and open-wheel machinery during the off-season. Her Indy NXT debut at St. Petersburg revealed just how steep the learning curve would be. During practice sessions, Deegan finished last. Qualifying proved equally challenging as she qualified at the back of her group, more than 3 seconds off the pace of the leaders. Race day, however, showed promising improvement. Starting from the back, Deegan finished in 14th position, a respectable midfield result. She was just 2 spots behind fellow rookie HMD Motorsports teammate Sophia Flörsch. Most importantly, she completed all 45 laps and stayed on the lead lap, accomplishing her primary goal for the weekend. I think it went fine. My goal was to stay on the lead lap, get all the laps, and not end up crashing or doing any damage to the car using all the valuable time, Deegan explained after the race. So, I thought we accomplished what the goal was for myself this weekend. Perhaps the most shocking aspect of Deegan's transition involves the physical demands of open-wheel racing. After completing her first full race distance, Deegan provided an assessment that surprised many NASCAR fans. She said, "This is by far the hardest form of racing I've ever been a part of. By hardest, I mean physically, it is very physically demanding. I definitely need to be in the gym, which I have been in the last month, but I just need to keep on working hard this year."
By far the hardest form of racing I've ever been a part of. By the hardest, I mean physically. So it's very physically demanding, and definitely need to be in the gym as much as I can be, which I've been the last couple months, but I think just keeping working at it, so yeah, I can see the improvement myself.
The primary culprit, the absence of power steering, a standard feature in NASCAR vehicles. Deegan revealed that during initial testing, the physical strain was so intense that her hands would fall off the steering wheel. This required a focused physical training regimen to build the specific strength needed to control an open-wheel car at racing speeds. She elaborated on this challenge in an interview with Front Stretch. The difference is wild for sure. It's something you almost can't explain to people. They have to experience it for themselves. You can have no power steering when you're going slow, and it's fine. It's not hard. But the moment you start picking up pace and you have all that downforce on you, the air pushing the car down, making it feel heavier in the wheel, that's when it's like the faster you try to go, the harder it is. It just keeps getting harder and harder.
It's something that you almost can't explain to people, and they have to experience it for themselves, because you can have no power steering when you're going slow, and it's fine. It's not hard, but at the moment you start picking up pace and you have all that downforce on you and the air pushing the car down, making it feel heavier in the wheel, that's when the faster you try to go, the harder it is. So it keeps getting harder and harder.
This stark contrast highlights a fundamental difference between NASCAR and open-wheel competition. Deegan said, "In the past, NASCAR is not a super physical form of racing, so I've never really had to work on certain things like my physical strength. I feel like I'm trying to get stronger in a hurry." The Deegan family's racing heritage runs deep, making their presence at St. Petersburg particularly meaningful. Fox reporter Jamie Little caught up with the Deegan family in the Indy NXT paddock, capturing Brian's mixed emotions of pride and concern.
Good to see the family support. Everybody came out to support Hailie Deegan, guys.
The broadcast captured the entire Deegan family watching Hailie on track. Later, Hailie acknowledged their support through an Instagram story. "Glad the fam was able to make it out for my first Ed and Dinks race. It's tough trying to make it to another races when the whole family is racing." This family support represents a constant throughout Hailie's career transitions. From her early days following her father's motocross footsteps into dirt racing, through her NASCAR career, and now into open-wheel competition, the Deegan family's racing DNA remains a central element of her story. Deegan has maintained realistic expectations throughout this transition. Prior to the St. Petersburg race, she outlined a conservative strategy focused on learning rather than immediate results. "I think it was a fun experience. I had a blast. I think my goal for this, I didn't have this huge expectation, especially for this one, just because it's a street course. I don't want to do anything dumb to where I hurt the car and lose out on track time. So I kind of went into this weekend 95% cautiously aggressive, learn as much as I can."
I think it was a fun experience. I had a blast. I mean, my goal for this weekend, I didn't have this huge expectation, especially for this one, just because it's a street course. I don't want to do anything dumb to where I hurt the car and lose out on track time. So I kind of went through this weekend going, okay, 95% cautiously aggressive, learn as much as I can.
The street circuit at St. Petersburg presented additional challenges for a driver with no prior street course experience. On St. Petersburg, she said, "St. Petersburg. Pete, I know is going to be a curveball for me. Just because I've never been on a street course. I've never even been to this race before, so I'm just trying to take what I can learn from here. Looking ahead, Deegan expressed greater confidence about the next race at Barber Motorsports Park on May 4th. I'm really looking forward to Barber because I've been there before. So going at this first race, with a first time on a street course, and first time even seeing this place, it was a lot taken in at once.
So I think I'm really looking forward to Barber because I've been there before, and so going at this place first race with a first time on a street course and first time even seeing this place, it was a lot to take in at once.
The nearly 2-month break between races offers valuable development time. Deegan added, "It's nice now that after St. Pete we get a little span of time where I can keep working on it and keep chipping at it."